Chickens need grit to digest their food. It helps them break down the food they eat, making it easier for their bodies to absorb the necessary nutrients. Unlike us, chickens don't have teeth to chew their food. Instead, they rely on grit to do the job. Grit acts like teeth in their gizzards, grinding up food into smaller, more digestible pieces. Providing grit is easy and important for your chicken's well-being. Make sure to include grit in their diet to keep your chickens happy and healthy. There are two main types of grit, insoluble and soluble. Each type plays a crucial role in the health and well-being of your chickens. Insoluble grit is made of small, hard stones. These stones are not digestible and remain in the gizzard. These stones help grind up food in the gizzard, which is a muscular part of the stomach. This grinding action is essential for proper digestion, especially when chickens consume whole grains or fibrous plant material. You can buy insoluble grit from a store, or you can collect small stones from your yard. Just make sure they are clean and free from contaminants. Soluble grit, on the other hand, is made of crushed oyster shells. Unlike insoluble grit, these shells dissolve in the digestive system. Oyster shells are high in calcium, which is a vital mineral for chickens. Calcium is important for strong eggshells. Without enough calcium, hens can lay eggs with weak or brittle shells, which can easily break. Both types of grit are important for chickens. They provide different benefits that contribute to overall health and productivity. Make sure your chickens have access to both types of grit at all times. This ensures they can digest their food properly and get the necessary nutrients for strong eggshells and overall health. Offering grit to your chickens is simple. You can use a separate feeder specifically for grit. Place the grit feeder in an area where your chickens can easily access it. Keep the feeder clean and filled with fresh grit. Another option is to sprinkle grit on the ground. Chickens will naturally peck at the ground and consume the grit. Observe your chickens to see how much grit they are consuming. Adjust the amount you provide as needed. How can you tell if your chickens are getting enough grit? Watch their droppings. Chickens need grit to help them digest their food properly. Chickens that eat enough grit will have droppings with white caps. If you don't see white caps, your chickens might not be getting enough grit. You may need to offer more grit or make it more accessible. Grit can be provided in a separate dish or mixed into their regular feed. Providing grit is a simple but vital part of raising healthy and happy chickens. Happy chickens are productive chickens.